Greetings. Real quick little things about the construction. I'm Andy Lewis. I'm the project manager for the construction group. And we're going to do a real quick look at why we're doing what we do, what we're doing back there right now in the back, lots of changes, and what we're actually doing right now and how that affects things. First off, I want to give a quick video about the Planning Council. We've had Congressman Bobby Scott came by. We're the largest food program private participant for this, and I'll just let you see what it tells a little bit about what we do and the program. Melanie is in this too.
Hi, Miss Pam. Hi, Miss Melanie. How are you today?
Resurrection Lutheran School has been with the Planning Council since 2021. We serve about 120 kids wonderful meals and snacks every day. We're serving 6-week-olds through 12-year-olds, and a lot of our kids before we had the Planning Council were bringing food from home, and it was a lot of junk food or not enough to be a sufficient meal. So with the Planning Council, it helps provide us with funding to make sure these kids are getting quality ingredients to grow big and strong. We primarily serve low-income families, foster children, and military families. This may be their only chance to get a warm meal during the day or a nice snack before they go home. Partnering with the Planning Council allows us to be able to afford healthy food to serve these kids every day. It also gives us a variety of fun recipes that we can try to keep the food interesting for them, to make sure that they at least want to take bites of that healthy food that maybe they're not used to at home. As educators, we know that what kids put in their body really affects how they learn and grow. So we feel that being able to serve them these healthy foods has helped their behavior in the classroom, it's helped them focus, it helps their interactions, and it keeps their bellies full all day. By partnering with the Planning Council and following CACFP guidelines, we're able to take the burden off of families of having to bring their own food from home, which costs money, it costs planning time, and then they have the peace of mind knowing that their child is going to be well fed here. We also can help with parent nutrition habits at home, because their child's coming home having expanded their palate, trying foods that maybe they've never tried before.
What do you want to eat today?
Some oranges.
We would love to continue to work with the CACFP program and the Planning Council as we expand and serve more families in the community. All those families need to have access to quality child care that's providing wonderful food that's healthy and meeting all the requirements.
So that's one of the reasons why we do what we do for those kids, to help them up for that. And just to let you know, they were very impressed with not only us, but Melanie also, and they wrote a specific note, which most of you probably can't read from here, but it says, this was the CEO of the Planning Council. Melanie, thank you so much for giving your time for our benefit. Your professionalism and business acumen shone throughout the video. Your kindness, your calmness, and your obvious passion for the work is evident. I totally understand why Pam chose Resurrection Lutheran to be showcased. So that was very nice. We're doing well. Thank you. So what are we doing now? Well, now we're moving ahead. We've had this few delays with weather and getting permits and normal construction stuff for that. But we are basically on schedule for May to June opening of the school, with church renovations finishing up after that, because we got to get the kids out of here, and then we can start working on the rest of the things that comes from there. It's been a long row, and we started out with just dirt in the ground, holes, stuff moving around, a lot of time just shuffling things around. Didn't look like much was going on. But then we started putting up walls and metal, steel, and got the parking lot working up, and that's looking much more like a really school type thing back there. So this is just one of the things that we've been watching. So upcoming, we're just going to do more of this stuff. We're going to build these classrooms and walls up there, finish the parking lot as such. One of the things to look forward to later in the spring or so is we're moving the Emmanuel cross from over there on into the lobby, very prominent space there, and we'll probably have a signing ceremony for, you always do, we don't have a real steeple to put things up, but some place to sign the walls inside, Bible verses and stuff, a little ceremony for starting that, and we'll obviously have an opening celebration when that happens later in the spring for that. So what's happening now? We've already talked about that today a couple times. We've got trunk or treat going on. God is an amazing planner, okay? Because of the construction, we've lost some parking spaces, and so we don't have as much room to do things as we'd like. Well, not only we got weather and delayed and bats and things like this got in the way for us, it also got in the way for Casey, because they were supposed to be out of their Subaru place like 6 months ago. And so they're behind, but because this is the window, these 2 or 3 weeks where they are now moving out, cleaning up things, they don't have the new used car lot that's going to be in there now, and so we can use their parking spots. As always, we've been praying about this project. We are listening to God's response to that prayer, because that's important, and we're preparing based on what God tells us, and we're trusting in God to make this all happen. And so we are just acting on God's promises is where we are for this. So, but again, as we always say, we're just stewards of God's gifts. We are giving thankfulness and thanksgiving to God for doing that, and Semper Gumby, we're remaining flexible with how things go. All right, thank you very much.